Dr. Jane Goodall, a champion of wildlife conservation, recently visited South Africa to share information about her Roots and Shoots Foundation, which is a global movement of passionate youth who are empowered to use their voice and actions to make compassionate decisions for the environment. It sounds like magic, so let's take a look and find out.
We have 27 Jane Goodall Institutes around the world, and one of them is in South Africa, with its headquarters in Johannesburg. But our youth program, Roots and Shoots, is also in Cape Town, and also come because the Jane Goodall Institute has a chimpanzee sanctuary, Chimp Eden, in Nelspruit. So this trip has been Johannesburg, Nelspruit, Kruger, Chimp Eden, and now Cape Town. One of the things that's happening is deforestation all around the world. We're facing the climate crisis of climate change. So planting trees, the Chinese say the best time to plant a tree is 30 years ago. The second best time is now, because it's going to take a while before the tree we just planted becomes big enough to really absorb CO2. So we need to protect forests and existing woodlands and trees, and plant trees that will grow up to do their work in the future. But there nevertheless are reasons for hope, and if we lose hope, then we're doomed, because if you lose hope, you fall into apathy and do nothing, which is why I began our Roots and Shoots program to encourage young people to make change in the world. So my biggest hope is the young people, because now in 70 countries, young people of all ages, hundreds and thousands of them, are actually changing the world for the better. I was born loving animals, and I think I was about 10 years old. We had very little money, had very little for lunch, one sandwich and an apple. And I was near a field where there were pig saddlebacks. I didn't know they were destined to be eaten, but I just was so thrilled because I loved pigs. And so every day I would take my lunch into the field and throw my apple core out. And one of the pigs gradually came a bit closer. And one day he came right up and took the apple core from my hand. And it was just so exciting. So I called him Grunter. And for the rest of the time, he took my apple core, and I begged my sister's apple core too. That's why seeing these pictures around, you know, it re-emphasizes my love of pigs and what they can do and who they are and how like people they are.
Dr. Goodall is a big fan of all animals, but especially of pigs. And she's always wanted to meet Picasso, and so she said she was popping into Cape Town and she would love the opportunity. And I said, please make us, come and visit. So that's really how it happened. It's very challenging to work with animal welfare, of course, because there's so much suffering around. But I think it's also Dr. Goodall's message. I think if you do something for something that you care about, something that you're passionate about to make the world a better place, you find some sort of peace in that process. Our farm sanctuary it's all about inspiring compassion for farm animals, and I'd always dreamt of having a bit of a property where I could rescue some cows and some farm animals and really invite people to come here. You know, so many people, we all say we love animals, and yet we sit down and we eat them every day, besides how these animals are raised on factory farms. So it was really just a dream to be able to build this barn, and people come here every day, they connect eye to eye with these wonderful farm animals, and hopefully leave inspired to think about what they eat and to make kinder, more compassionate choices. We just want to keep inviting people here, inspiring them. We want to rescue and save more farm animals and keep the mission alive so that people can realize how these animals are raised and to just make kinder choices.
The most important closing thought I have is what I just told to the Roots and Shoots young people, to remember that every single day we live, we make some kind of impact, and we get to choose what sort of impact we make.
On Honestly, such impactful work. Something that definitely stands out for me is the fact that the Chinese are correct. The best time to plant a tree is definitely 30 years ago.
Sure.
I love that saying.
Absolutely. And what Jane there said herself, every single day we live, we make some kind of an impact. And we get to choose the sort of impact we make. I mean, it's powerful, powerful words, because you can go out into the world every single day and you can go choose, what am I going to do today? And that is powerful.
Yeah.
Now, of course, you can learn more about Roots and Shoots Foundation by visiting the website rootsandshoots.org.za.